Reparations. It's a term you've likely heard before, but what does it mean?
Defined in the Merriam-Webster dictionary as the act of making amends or giving satisfaction for a wrong or injury.
It's a type of compensation given to a group of people who've suffered abuse at the hands of a more powerful group. Take Germany, South Africa, and Chile, all countries that have given reparations to groups of people their governments mistreated. And even here in the US, reparations have happened. In 1988, the US began the process of reparations for more than 100,000 surviving Japanese Americans that were placed in incarceration camps during World War II. Reparations don't have to be monetary. They can be commissions for collective healing, investment in underdeveloped neighborhoods, access to skills training, or even major legal reforms.
My position is, sure, slavery was a horrible thing that happened, but this is not going to help race relations in the United States today. This is not going to help the dialogue. And now it would be different if residents today were affected themselves because of something that happened back in the 1800s. But unfortunately, now all it's going to do is cause more tension amongst the races.
If we keep focusing on the past, we probably won't reach our destiny. We need to focus on the future. I think we have to make sure that these kind of injustices don't happen again.
And they're going to say, by the way, it wouldn't be the first time America has paid out a lot of money in reparations for the wrongs that they did to other people. I actually think it would be a major mistake. Instead, President Obama really should discuss and focus on all the progress that we've made and how all Americans need to move forward for better days for all of our kids.
I say it's time for the black community to move on. They're drawing the racial divide even further by hoping for reparations.
I moved in this house in 1957. It was mostly a white area. And when they said that the niggers was coming, they didn't say black, they said the niggers was coming. And they just start moving away. Everyone that was black, they had been sold a contract.
There are blocks like this scattered throughout the Lawndale section of Chicago's West Side Ghetto. The people who live here bought their homes from real estate speculators at double or triple their value, and they bought on contract because they couldn't get conventional or FHA mortgages. Under the contract, the buyer makes installment payments at high interest, but he bills no equity. If he defaults on even one payment at any time during the contract, he loses the property and everything he's paid into it.
Go pay $26,000 and the house was worth $12,000. That means I was overcharged quite a bit.
How could we be charged like that if that wasn't a law? And how would the law let them do this?
Well, proponents argue that the U.S. was built on the backs of slaves, and all our social institutions continue to reinforce rigid economic inequalities against blacks. It's easy to see why. From slavery, white families got rich, bought land, and cemented legacies, while black families were torn apart and kept in extreme poverty. From the dawn of America, the starting line for blacks was far behind the white majority. The Emancipation Proclamation did little to end the racial stigma of being black in America, and even less to ensure that ex-slaves could access the immense wealth that white America had accumulated off their labor.